What is good? Diamond Dynasty, baby. Y'all already know what's going on. In this video today, man, we got another reaction. We got Mr. for Christopher Sales right here, man. I had some of you guys want my reaction to this video, all right? I know he dropped this video like a couple months ago and I didn't get to it. And so I was like, let me take a look. And I actually watched like 2 minutes of this video last night. I tried to watch it without y'all. Yes, I did try to cheat on y'all, all right? But since I'm no longer a cheater, I said I'm going to come on this video and I'm going to react to this with my people, you know? I had second thoughts. I was going to cheat all the way. I was finna go all the way with it, but I said let me stop right here and let me get right. All right, so I feel like this is a very good topic that I can share my opinion on. All right, I feel like I'm the perfect person to share my opinion on this because one, I believe in God even though I am not religious. I'm more spiritual. So I'm gonna do my best to take an unbiased approach on this video on what my nigga got to say on this, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas was chopping his ass up in the comment section, you know. But I will say this. Shout out to Chris for actually bringing up a topic that's so touchy. But I do believe that discussions like this and conversations like this do need to be had, right? There's a space for it. There's a place for it. Everybody want to talk about drama, who cheating on who, he done hit her and she done went back to him and all of this stupid ass shit, right? But when it comes to talking about real deal ass shit, nobody wants to actually discuss it. All right, so we're gonna do that. Now I would tell y'all that I'm gonna just listen to what he has to say, but y'all already know I'm not gonna make no promises I cannot keep. I'm probably going to pause this video about 15,000 times before I actually, you know, finish this video. If you know me, you already know what it is when you clicked on this video. So if you don't want to see a bunch of pausing, you can go to Chris's channel, right? He does have a channel. I know, right? He still has a channel. You can go over there, support him, right? And go watch his shit without me interrupting 15,000 times. Because I don't want to hear it. I got a lot to say, all right? Without further ado, make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend until they ain't your mama, tell they Uncle Joe, he's still a hoe. Let's get right into the video. Before we do, make sure you comment down below where you're from. And I also want to know how you are doing today. How are you? How was your day? You know what I'm saying? Did you wake up smiling? Did you wake up frowning? Did you wake up angry, upset? You know what I'm saying? Did you eat today? Ladies, did you eat today? Let me know. Let's get into the video, man.
Yo, from the title, y'all know
this shit already breaking up, AT&T. Hold on now. Come on. Come on. We're already getting off on the wrong fucking foot. Let's get it.
Yo, from the title, y'all know what this video is about to be about, right? So look, I've been on my spiritual journey, right? And I want y'all to know some shit. I want y'all to know what's been on my mind and I see a lot of people asking me, do I believe in God? And
Chris, ain't nobody asking you that shit. Who asking you that?
The truth of the matter is,
just let us know you've been on your spiritual journey. You've been awakening to some truths, some hard lies, right? And you've been seeking truth for yourself. Just say that. You know what I'm saying? Just say that I want to share my opinion on some shit. Because ain't nobody asking you that shit. Come on now, bro.
No, I don't.
Hold on. Let me turn down the quality. Maybe the quality's too high for AT&T, fam. Let me dial it back a little bit, G. Let me dial it back. I don't think it can handle all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, before y'all. So this, we gonna make this whole video. We not here to judge anybody. We not here to condemn anybody. We not here to look at nobody beliefs, look down on nobody beliefs, because everybody got their own beliefs. Now, as y'all know, I grew up in the whole Christian household, right? Y'all know I grew up, and I, as an individual, felt like Christianity was forced on me. Believing in God was forced on me. Nothing on earth should be forced on anybody. You feel me? I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. What would happen if a guy was to force themselves on a girl? He in jail. So why is they forcing religion on me and this and that? So I'm going to explain to y'all why I don't believe in God no more. And then y'all give me your opinions down below. And let's state facts. Like, I mean, not really, like, we going to state facts. We just going to have a little discussion real quick. We're going to have like a little podcast, you feel me? Because I think this is something that we need to talk about. This is like a serious topic that we really need to talk about as a whole. And I know me personally, like going to church, y'all ain't really never wanted to be in church. Let's be real. Like no, like as growing up, bro. Like if you came from a Christian background, you never wanted to actually be in church. Like you was bored. Like you would be on your phone. Like you wouldn't really care. Now, pause. There was one time where I wanted to be a pastor, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I felt in my heart that it was the right thing to do, and that's what I was called to do. But now that I don't believe in God, and I'm gonna get like we gonna break this down. I'm gonna break it down to y'all as to why I don't believe in God anymore. Okay. So first things first. Reason why I don't believe in God, right? I don't believe in the God that they talk about in the Bible. All right. Let me just tell you why. Only reason why I feel like, okay, we have free will, right? We got free will. But why would you condemn us so if God was real, why would he get mad at us for the choices that we make in life if he gave us free will?
I don't believe that he does get mad at us. I don't believe that God is a jealous God. There's certain things that I heard in church that turned me off. See, me, I didn't actually grow up in the church as far as like my mom and dad used to take me to church every single Sunday, but I went to a school, right, that was a church school. It was called Calvary Christian Academy, right? It's no longer a school anymore, but I was raised in that school. I want to say first grade, second grade, third grade, something like that. And we actually had a full hour of church every single day, right? Monday through Friday. So going to church, I don't know, it was just several things that stood out to me. You know what I'm saying? God being a jealous God. And then, I don't know, it just didn't feel right in my spirit. It didn't sit right in my spirit. Nowadays, when my niggas want me to go to church with them or whatever the case is, I'll go to church with them. I have no problem going to church, right? At all. I do believe in God, right? And I believe that God is love. Okay, love is the highest vibration. You know, I believe that we are all going to return back to love. We're all going to return home to God. God is love. We are just a fragment, a piece of the whole. This is just what I believe. And I'm not going to force my beliefs on anybody. But I do be watching NDEs, near-death experience videos, right? Where people die and come back and they let us know there's nothing to fear, right? On the other side, God is love. We're going to be embraced. Everything that happens here on planet Earth is like a school for us, a school for our souls. Because Earth is one of the hardest places to be. Right? This is one of the hardest places to be, so we learn a lot when we come here for our soul's mission and soul's purpose. This is what I believe, right? I'm not asking y'all to believe what I believe, right? Just like I wouldn't expect you to force your beliefs on me. I respect your beliefs, right? But this is what I believe. Watching these people come back from the other side too, just being so emotional. People not even wanting to come back to Earth where there's pain and suffering because it's so beautiful being away. Also, I'll be watching DMT, ayahuasca, bufo videos and experiences too, where people just experience just pure love. That they're all giving examples of us being from one consciousness, one state of love, which is what we will all go back to. You know, unless you just got a fucked up ass spirit, you're going to have to go through some other shit before you can ascend to that space of love. These are just my opinions, you know, at the end of the day. So let's continue, man.
You get what I'm saying? Like that.
And also, I just want to let you guys know that everybody's relationship with God is personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's personal. The only person that you should be worried about is your relationship with God, your connection with God, right? That's it. Stop looking over there and seeing what he doing. Just make sure that you got your shit right, and whatever you believe in, you stand 10 toes on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period.
That whole thing right there, y'all really just gotta really sit there and think about it. Like, that don't make no type of sense to me. So you give us free will, and really think about it. I know y'all always be I really sat time with myself and thought about this. I read the Bible front, back to front.
I can't even say that shit.
I went to a Christian college, so there was I'm like half of y'all about to be in the comments talking, man, you tripping, ain't even read the Bible. Y'all ain't even, you feel me? Like, you ain't even read the Bible. You feel me? So I read the Bible. I did all of this already. My whole thing that I have a problem with is why condemn us and send us to hell because of choices we made if you gave us free will and you knew exactly everything that was going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you knew everything that was going to happen, why not write our script different?
I mean, there's so many questions you could ask, you know what I'm saying? If there is a God who is all-knowing, like he says, you know, why is there so much pain and suffering out here and all of that? But we come here with free will and choice. I believe that God created us all in his image, right? And we all, on this earth, we are all given free will. So we can decide what we want to do, create our reality, right? We are all able to create the experiences that we have. We create our pain and suffering. We create our heaven and hell right here. You ain't got to wait to get to hell, right? Heaven and hell is right here. Worry, doubt, fear, anxiety, all of that is living in hell, right? All of that is living in hell.
Don't make no type of sense. Think about it.
And then hell, right? I have watched some near-death experiences where some people talk about being in hell and hell is real. I want to say this. I do believe that the beliefs that you are indoctrined to believe here on this earth, like say you are really, really religious, or maybe you weren't religious, but your parents were religious, or, you know, certain things get into your mind. I do believe that everybody has their different experience when they do go through a near-death experience or something like that, right? You have some people report of just nothing but love. You got some people who report being in hell. But a lot of these people who report being in hell, they are in very negative mind states, very negative vibrations. I've never heard of somebody like have a positive mindset and get over to their near-death experience situation and have something that translates to hell. I've never seen that. This is what I believe hell is, right? I believe hell is you going over your life review, right? And I've heard several people on their near-death experiences speak about this. And they say basically when you die, you have a life review. And it goes over every good thing that you did and all the pain and hurt that you've caused too. And I believe that is the version of your hell. You've got to experience all of that shit, all the people that you hurt, right? All the suffering that you caused, all the bad things that you did to make people feel a certain way. You're going to feel how those people felt. That is hell, you know? And I remember one of the guys was like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore, you know? Until he learned his lesson and he felt what he inflicted onto other people. But then after that, he was able to move on, you know? So is there really a hell? I don't believe that there is a hell. I believe it's just you dealing with the karma of this life, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that you burn and burn and burn forever and ever and ever. Could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could be wrong as shit. But there's only one way to find out, and I ain't ready to go yet, so.
Why not write our script different? That don't make no type of sense.
And the thing about it is, God wants us to write our own script, right? I do believe before we come here, we do have a purpose and a mission. And that's why we don't have any memory of it, because what would be the point of playing the game if you already know how to beat the game, right? So you come here, I believe, with the soul's purpose, the soul's mission. And our job is to find a way out of all of these distractions, all of the bullshit, all of the brainwash, all the manipulation going on in this 3D dimension. Can we get to our soul's mission at the end of this thing, right? Can we fulfill that shit? That's just what I believe, you know?
Think about it. Y'all really have to think about that. Like, if you knew exactly everything that was going to happen, if you knew the beginning, the end, the this, the that, you knew this, you knew when this person was going to die, you knew when this person was going to crash out, you knew when this person, why didn't you write our script different? Hey, I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Like, if I had the choice, if I had to choose, I would rather be an angel if that was the case, because at least I know I'm not going to hell, and I don't mind not, you feel me? Like, they say humans have free will, bro. We don't have free will. Like, is y'all stupid? Do y'all really think we got free will in this world? Because what is free will to y'all? Free will to me is me being me being the God that I am, and all of us being gods and doing what we want to do. And
now, I believe there is a God, right? I believe that there is a God that we are all a part of, right? Like, we're made in God's image. That's what I believe, right? We're just many gods out here, you know? But there is, I believe, a God who created everything, you know? This is just my belief. I believe there's a God who created everything and a God who created us too, because think about it. If there's, if God done created everything he can, right? Wouldn't it make sense to create little versions of him who have their own consciousness, who can have their own free will and choice? Like, that would be some shit that a God would do. Like, let me make these little me's, little mini me's. Let me give them a consciousness. Let me give them free will so they can make their own decisions. And let me see how this shit pan out. That's what I believe, you know? Because like he said, what's the point if you know everything? You know, it's just like, it's boring. It's boring around this bitch. I done created the heavens, the hells, the light, the dark, the cattle, I done created everything. So why don't I create little me's, little version of me's, right? They can tap into their powers and shit like that. They can tap into me. And I will say this, man. If I'm going through a struggle or a challenge and I feel like I've done all I can do, and I say, God, can you swoop in and assist me, right? I've done all I can do as a human being, you know? Can you help me out? Anytime I do that and I let go and I let God, he always shows me, yes, you can do it. And he comes through me, right, to make it happen. So that's why I do believe that there is a God. I believe that we technically are limitless through him, but we are limited in our own being. And that's just my belief, right? If I try to just rely on myself, then I'm not going to get very far. But if I let go and let God and allow him to work, he's going to show out every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? He has capabilities that, yeah, it might look like I did it, but it's because he came through me. I made a way for him. I created the space. I let my ego and pride go, and I allowed him to use me, right, to make certain shit happen. So,
like, no police officers, no rules, no this and no that. Like, that free will is like being free. We're not free, y'all. I don't know, like, we work.
I disagree with this because we are free, right? We are free. And I understand what he's saying. It's a lot of fucked up shit that's happening in the world, society, you know, a lot of manipulation, brainwash. Like Kanye said, new slaves, right? But at the same time, that's why it's so important to free your mind. If you free your mind, you will never be a slave, not a day in your life. There will be a way that you'll find Pampers for your son. There'll be a way that you'll find food to eat. There'll be a way for you, right, to live the life you want to live if you can free your mind, right? That's what they're trying to do, is get a hold of our minds. If they can get a hold of our minds, they can get a hold of our lives. That's why you got to protect your mind at all costs. I be telling y'all to, you know, find out what your core beliefs are so you can change your mind and change your reality, you know. But like I said, I'm not going to force my beliefs on anybody. If something that I say resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, discard it. That's what I do with everything in life, you know. I might agree with certain shit and I'll take it and I'll use it, or I'll try it. If it works, I'll keep it. If it doesn't, If it doesn't resonate with me, I'll leave it. That's the main thing, you know. That's the main thing. So
we work for money. We're enslaved to the materialistic things. We slave to everything that's.
But you have free will to be a slave to money. You have free will to have to dress in designer to please other people, right? You have free will to just think that money, cars, jewelry, and clothes and all of these things should be pedestalized, right? And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but all I'm saying is you choose, because you do have free will, you choose, right, to be a slave. So if you are a slave, you are choosing slavery. You don't have to be a slave here. That's all I'm saying.
surrounded with so many distractions, and you really got, y'all don't understand. Like you have, like why?
My nigga said understand. This nigga went full monk mode.
Why are they distracting us? Why? What is the think about distractions all over you? Entertainment.
I think the main the main reason why we have so many distractions is because they're trying to get us away from our soul's purpose, right? Which is to love, in my opinion. To love. Now, we all probably got our own specific, oh, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, or whatever the case is, right? But I believe at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to say too much. Let me keep going.
Movies, sports, games, television, fake news that they come out with. This, that. Why? Y'all not really thinking.
Said,
and then
why?
it's, bro, another thing, bro, all religion is causes division. All religion is just cause division, bro. Like, bro, look it up on Google. It's 10,000 denominations right now.
It's so crazy. When I used to live in Atlanta, man, I was just like, why are there so many different churches? And these churches would be right next to each other. Bam, 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 bam. Different churches. Lined up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think religion is not the issue, right? I do believe that religion does cause a lot of separation, you know. I don't believe that it's religion per se that is the issue. I believe that it is people who want to bully you into believing what they want to believe, right? Nobody should ever bully the next person or look down upon the next person for believing what they believe in, unless they believe in some weird shit. If you believe in doing any harm to children, or if you believe in murdering people or shit like that, right? Common sense. You don't need a commandment to tell you that you should not steal, that you should lie, cheat, go behind your bitch's back. You do not need a commandment to tell you that you shouldn't kill, steal, you know what I'm saying, or do any of these things. We all have an internal guidance system. It's called a conscience that lets us know good from bad, right from wrong, good from evil, right? We don't need a commandment to let us know that. We're not dumb. We're actually very, very smart. God made us in his image. We have everything that we need to succeed. But on the topic of what he just said, right? Religion causes separation. I will say this, right? You will see that people care more, and this is something that's very, very sad, all right? You will see that people care more about being right and believing in the right religion, right, than loving one another, right? The ego needs to be right. The spirit wants to be love. The ego wants to be right all the time, right? I got the right religion. I'm right about this. I got the right belief system, right? I got the right God. But the spirit believes in love. Love. And I know God is looking down on us like these niggas right here are dumb as fuck. They had one job. That was to love each other, niggas. Love each other. And y'all are allowing religion to cause you to hate each other? That's crazy. Right? I'll never forget. I had said on my spiritual channel one time where there was a lady when I did used to work, right? I was working at a call center at the time. And this girl, she was a Christian, diehard Christian, which is fine. I never judged her, whatever the case is. One day she wanted to have a talk with me. Okay, let's talk. She told me a little bit about, Christianity. Okay, that's great. Okay, cool. She got so upset, cursed me out and everything because she felt like she couldn't convert me. So I'm like, is this what y'all believe in? And I'm not saying every Christian is that way or every Muslim is, going to try to bully you into their beliefs. But you got to really take a look at some of the people who believe what they believe. Do you really want to believe in the same thing that somebody like that believes in? Right? So, like I said, man, I believe that God is love. Love is the highest vibration that we're all going to return back to. The most important thing for us to do right now is love God, love ourselves, and love one another. We don't need a commandment or a Bible to tell us to love thy neighbor. That's common sense. Look out for people. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Right? That's it. So I don't care what religion you believe in. As long as you believe in loving other people, I feel like you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. And it's so crazy because you'll take two people that vibe very, very well. They get along. They have an instant connection. I'm not talking about like a relationship wise, just like maybe two guys that are really good homies. You know what I'm saying? Or two girls that are really cool with each other. Nice vibe and everything, right? But the guy feels some type of way, right? Because he finds out that his homeboy is a Muslim and he believes in Allah and he believes in Yahweh. And now he's judging him, and now they done fell out, you know what I'm saying? Because over religion. So I understand what Chris is saying, but I don't think it's religion per se that's wrong. I believe it's people who choose religion over what God is really about, which is love, right? That's my opinion.
Look it up. Look it up for yourself if you don't believe me. It's 10,000 religions. 10,000. If y'all all serve one God, why is it so many religions? Why is it 10,000 religions?
I do believe there is one God, right? God is love. That's what I believe, you know? Above all else, regardless of, and I do believe that God wants you to love, right? Love each other regardless of religion, race, creed, sexual orientation, whatever, right? Like I said, as long as you ain't doing no weird shit with kids or like murdering people and shit like that, right? I believe that God wants us to love everyone, regardless of our imperfections, regardless of what we look like, regardless of who we choose to love. But once again, this is just my opinion. Some people think that I'm still going to be condemned to hell, and that's okay. Everybody has a right to think what they think, you know?
If there's one God, I'm just asking for a friend. What that sounded like to me was a good plan to like let's brainwash. And then half of y'all don't even know, back in the slave days, we don't know these things. Like back in the like slave days, like only thing that was allowed to read was a Bible.
I mean, yeah, he's right on that. He's absolutely right on that. You know, me and my pops have these type of conversations. My pops is one of the main reasons why my mind is so open, right? Why I've been so woke for the longest. You know, I was that kid that at 8 years old, my dad made me watch Amistad, right? Amistad, if y'all don't know what that is, it's a slavery movie, okay? Being 8 years old, imagine being 8 years old having to watch some traumatic ass slavery fucking movie, dog. I'm like, dude, can I just be a kid? I just want to be a kid. Imagine you being a kid, right? Everybody's so excited for Christmas, me included. And my pops, shout out to him, I love you, but this nigga here had me answer, what is it called? Black history questions to get to my motherfucking Christmas gift, dog. Imagine being a kid and having to answer Black history questions to get your motherfucking Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? So as a youngin', my dad used to talk to me when I was still in the womb about shit like this, right? Which is why I'm so open-minded now, which is why, you know, I seek truth for myself. You feel me? That's the reason why I owe it all to my dad. I'm so glad he never told me, hey, you must be Catholic, or you must be Christian, or you must this or must that, right? He always allowed me to seek information for myself, because my dad did the same thing. You know, he said, I don't never want to push you into believing something just because I believe it. I want you to seek it out for yourself. This is a self journey. This is something that I can't do for you, you know? And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly why I have the beliefs that I have. And I have him to thank for that. You know, I totally respect him. I wasn't enjoying it when I was a kid. I was like, damn, I just want to be a kid, bro. Having all of this information, I was just like, dude, is life supposed to be depressing like this? Like, imagine being a kid knowing all of this information, you know? So, you know, where was I going with this shit? And let me also say this. My dad used to be an atheist, right? My dad is one of those people who you ask him a question and he knows the answer. right? Like, he knows. There's not a question that I can ask my dad that he'd be like, I don't know. Very few times he has said, I don't know. If he really doesn't know, he doesn't know. And he'll tell me that he doesn't know. But 9 times out of 10, he's like a human encyclopedia. I tell him all the time, I'm like, dude, you know fucking everything. He went through every religion. He's read all the biblical texts. He's read the Quran. Everything, right? He's read everything. Then he came to the point to where he said he was an atheist. You know, that's what he identified with. He didn't identify with any religion, right? And then, like, nowadays, he believes in God, you know? So that just goes to show you that everybody's journey is different. And we shouldn't judge the next person. I'm not going to judge Chris. It seems like he's just now awakening. He's just now, you know, getting passionate about, damn, what's really happening in this world? What type of corruption is going on here? What's really real and what's really not? What's the truth and what's the lies? So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. I know he got a lot of bad feedback on here, but we also have to realize that Chris's image has already been tainted. Let's put that out there, right? So this is just another reason why everybody should hate Chris. Let's be honest. And I wonder what his homie Joel has to say on this, because we all know Joel, you know, Joel TV. He used to do the gold digger pranks and shit like that. Now he does like Bible content and Christian content and stuff like that. And it's crazy because people were calling him out because he was doing like these hour-long videos of him speaking in tongues. And people were saying, you can't just set a timer and just speak in tongues. Like, that's not how it works. You know, I even talked to some of you guys about it because I had talked about it on my spiritual channel. And y'all were like, yeah, that's not how it works. You know, you don't just randomly start speaking in tongues. So, you know, ain't no telling what Joel got going on either. But I'm glad to see that Chris is seeking truth for himself. I just say that, you know, because you got to understand that society is going to spoon feed you what they want to spoon feed you, right? And God himself didn't write the Bible. And I know I'm going to get some flack for saying that. And I'm not saying that nothing is true in the Bible. There's some things that I definitely resonate with. There's some great lessons in the Bible. Just like there's great lessons in the Quran, great lessons in whatever biblical text it is, right? There's takeaways in everything that you can read. But I will say this. You think after all of these years, the Bible hasn't been tainted, right? Is that what you think? And do you think that us playing a simple game of telephone, we all sit in a circle and I tell this person blah, 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 and by the time it gets to the last person, the 8th person in the group, it done went from I like rats to smell my ass. You know what I'm saying? By the end of it. So like I said, I'm not trying to discredit the Bible. All I'm trying to do is be objective about it, right? I don't have my feelings in this. I don't have my emotions in this. I know this is a very emotionally charged subject, but I'm being logical about this shit, right? We're looking at texts from people who wrote it, not God. People wrote the Bible. People wrote the Quran, right? People wrote every biblical text there is. So do you really think in a society that is very corrupted and has its hands in everything, do you not really think that they're not going to taint the most famous text ever to be written? Come on, fam. Come on. Right? Like I said, these are just my beliefs. I'm not forcing them on you. Feel free to believe whatever you want to believe.
Why would somebody who dislike you and hate you so much, they whipping you, they doing all this, they
That's what I wanted to say. Me and my dad talk about this all the time, you know. My dad used to say, man, you know, they took our religion away from us and they beat us into Christianity, beat us into, you know, believing what they want to believe in and shit like that, you know. But anyway.
They beating you, they rape your kids, the women, they doing, they you know, they doing all of these things, but they give you a Bible and say, oh, here goes the Bible. This read this and you'll go to heaven. Come on now. Like y'all gotta do your homework. I gotta do your homework. So my thing is, bro, trust me. Like it took a long time for me to really just let this whole idea of God, like the whole thing of God is this, God is this. It took me a minute to like finally let go of it. Like finally. let go because I was so scared. It was fear. And they say
That's exactly how I felt whenever I was a kid. I knew something wasn't right in my spirit. It always felt, it's weird because they say God is love, but even as a kid, when I used to go to church in school, I used to feel that fear. I was like, why is this so fear-based? I forgot to mention this in the video, but if you think about it, everybody says fear God, to the point to where some people have tattoos that say fear God. And that just makes absolutely no sense. Why would a God of love want you to fear him? It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. Oh, the only person I fear is God. What? Why would you fear God when God is love? God is love. It's love. You gotta think. And that's what they don't want you to do, is think. They want you to shut up, sit back, and accept. Be programmed. Don't break the algorithm. Please don't break the programming. We created this just for you. So you could be a good little boy and a good little girl and fear God when you should be loving God because God loves you. This shouldn't be fear-based. You know what I'm saying? You don't add something to the collection plate, fear-based. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fear-based. I'm not saying every church, but the one that I grew up in definitely made my spirit feel fearful. And I knew that something wasn't right with that. You know? And anytime you're made to believe a certain thing or you're going to hell, like he said, who wouldn't be afraid of that? You know, that's the programming. Oh, if you don't believe in this, oh, you going to hell. Oh, people going to judge you and criticize you. Oh, you thinking for yourself. Ooh, you seeking truth for yourself. Ooh, you not accepting what we just given to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to accept this. You accept this. We've already paved the way for you to think how we want you to think. We want you to believe what's in this text, right? Don't seek answers for yourself. Don't do that. Don't lean on your own understanding. Don't do that. You're going to hell if you do that. My pops always told me to question everything. And I know some people are going to be like, Diamond, you're wrong. You should never question everything, right? You should never lean on your own understanding, right? But I believe that's programming too. They don't want you to think for yourself. Look at what's going on in the world. They don't want you to think for yourself. What just happened with the COVID, right? They don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to just accept shit blindly. They want you to be sheep. They don't want you to be a shepherd. If you're a shepherd, then how are they going to divide and conquer? Right? How are they going to manipulate and brainwash shepherds? You can't. You can only do that to sheep. Right? The government doesn't want you to think for yourself and lean on your own understanding. They don't want you to do that. They'll be scared as fuck if people start thinking for themselves and stop allowing themselves to get spoon-fed information and just taking everything at face value. Just saying. I'm just saying.
God not fear. You're not supposed to fear nothing. You're not. It took, bro. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was in my room crying because it took me so long to finally let it go. You feel me? And it's just certain things that I have. And then they say you're not supposed to question God. Why? Why can't we question God? Like, I'm going to question. Bro, I'm not just going to listen and hear some shit and just automatically believe it. I'm not doing that no more.
But guess what? When you stand up and you say, look, I'm going to seek truth for myself. Oh, they're going to shoot you down. They're going to nail you to the cross. They're going to nail you to the cross for having your own mind. They're going to say that you're not of God because of that. You're going to be condemned to hell because of that. You're going to burn in the pits of fire. And maybe we will. Maybe we will. You know what I'm saying? It's only one way to find out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not ready to find out. But that's how I was raised. Question everything. Everything. Everything? Everything. And you also have to wonder, why is it so dangerous for me to question? Right? It's okay for little kids to question everything. That's how we come into this world. In our raw natural state, kids are inquisitive as a motherfucker. Curious as a motherfucker. Wanting to know about everything. So if you come into this world like this, why the fuck can't you be a grown-ass adult and seek understanding, understanding? Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Like I said, there's still going to be people in my comments. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. We need to save you, Diamond. We need to save you. But I think you're too far gone. Maybe so. Maybe motherfucking so. Okay? And if that is the case, then I'll deal with it when it comes my day. Alright? Just pray for me in that case. Okay? Pray for me. That's all. Or don't. You know? Because I don't even want people, negative energy on me. I don't want certain people to pray for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming from a loving place and a place of love, pray for me. If you're not, stay that shit over there. I don't need your bad juju, But you really got to understand that this world is built on control, manipulation, right? If they can control your mind, they can control your emotions, then they got you, fam. If they can make you believe that questioning things is wrong, and you should just accept what they want you to believe, do you not see a problem there? Really sit down and think about that. Really be real with yourself. Can you really say that that's not a dangerous thing? I'm just saying.
That's what we was taught to our whole lives. Everything that we was taught from when we was younger, think about it. It was taught by someone else. Even the schools, like the school districts, like all of that is BS. Everything y'all learning is just BS, bro. Like everything y'all.
And that's why when you start to wake up, you understand that, damn, I done learned so much shit that programmed my mind in a certain way that now I need to deprogram my mind by unlearning and relearning the right things.
Learning in school is just BS. So everything that you was taught from somebody else. And I found out so much stuff, like during my spiritual journey, like just me being with myself and just me spending time with myself.
I love what he says right there. Being with myself. It's not a lot of people who will be with themselves because they always have to be surrounded by other people, right? They never go within. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. We're all at different parts of our journey. Some people will never get to that point to where they go on their awakening, and that's okay. But to see it coming from him is just dope, man. It's dope.
Learned so much stuff, bro. Like I've learned so much stuff. So the stuff that they told y'all when y'all growing up or believing in this, do this, bro. I've learned for myself that all that was BS. And that I wasted damn near 16, 17 years learning all of that. All that was just BS. Everything about think about, put it to you like this. School teachers can't go in school and teach what they want to teach. They have to go by the book.
Let me tell you something. I never forget one of my college professors. She said, I don't know why we got on the topic. But she used to be a fucking fool. I don't know how she got hired. She must have knew somebody. Old white lady. Hair is white and gray as could be, right? Cool as fuck. Blunt as hell. Cussing up a storm in the fucking, in the class. I just couldn't believe it, right? And she was like, she basically said that Jesus could not have been born in Bethlehem when they said that he was, because it was physically too cold for that to be a possibility. She used to say a whole bunch of stuff in class, right? And she used to say way too much when she was a college professor. So some of these professors do be teaching you certain shit that they're not supposed to teach you, right? But yes, they do have a curriculum. Like he's saying, they are supposed to teach you certain shit that the government wants you to know. Our minds were made up for us to be worker bees, right? For us to go work for somebody, not for us to think for ourselves or work for ourselves.
Why is that? And who give these books? Who give the information of the books that the kids is learning nowadays? Where's all of that information coming from? Like, who owns the school districts? Who owns bank accounts? They're not thinking about that. These are the same people who came and enslaved us and took over our world from us. And these are the same people who's giving us the activities and the things, the education, like our education. They just feed us with a whole bunch of lies. And then they put us in debt. And then they all they did was they enslaved us physically, and then they just enslaved us mentally. They found the more creative way to enslave us mentally, because now we gotta work, we gotta go to school, we gotta work. The system messed up. Like we always like gonna be working for something, but we never working for what we really supposed to be working for. Our natural habitat, we're not supposed to like work for money. Money is paper. Like, we never was supposed to work for money. So then it's just like, and so like back to like the God is like, we like. And then they say, "Oh, God not the reason why all of this happens, and it's the devil, is this and that." Well, why have bro, like, it just don't make sense, bro. Like, it just really don't make sense. Cause like they say the devil is the ruler of this earth. Why is he the ruler of where we at? Why is he the ruler where I'm laying my head at every day? Like how, Sway? I need answers. Why can't God be the ruler of the earth? Why? Like, I'm just confused. Like, those are the type of questions I need to be answered. And then another thing is, they say, like, you die in your sins, you go to hell. But like, if we die, like when we die, like, we don't have our physical body. Like this, we feel because of this. Like, we feel because of this right here. So once we pass away, it's like are we left?
I already explained what I think about that.
Our soul and spirit, and those physically can't feel. So it's like, what now? Like, what? Like, how are we burning? How is anybody in hell burning? And why? Like, you feel me? Like that. You feel me? Like that. Somebody answer that. And they said the devil was in heaven, and then he came down to earth, and you know, he wanted to be better than God. He got jealous or whatever the case may be. How did he even? That don't even make sense. Cause like that don't make sense. Like, none of it really makes sense. But y'all know what I believe. I feel like we all are gods. I feel like you're a god that's watching this. I feel like you're a goddess. For the goddesses and gods, I feel like y'all are all are. We all are.
Now, like I said, man, I do believe in God. And I do believe that we're all made in God's image, right? And in a way, we are many gods. We're many versions of God, in my opinion, right? Like I said, this is just my belief here. And that's the reason why we are able to create things. We are able to create our reality. We are all creating our reality. I don't care if you believe in it or not. You are, right? You're creating it. Just look at your circumstances. You have created everything around you. And the sooner you figure that out, the sooner you hold yourself accountable and take responsibility for how your life is turning out, the sooner you can change it and do something about it. But if you don't even know that you have the power to change your circumstances, you don't even know that your circumstances are created by what's happening right here, then you will always be a slave to your circumstances. That's why I say it's so important to find out, what do you believe at your core? Do you believe that you're not good enough? Do you believe you're undesirable? Do you believe you're unlovable? Do you believe that you always fuck up and you're a failure? What do you believe? Do you believe you're not important? What do you believe at a core level? And maybe it's several things, several negative core beliefs that you have. And it's okay. You love and embrace those parts of yourself. You reintegrate them and re-own them, right? That way you can transcend them and you can actually be good enough. You can actually be important. You can actually be lovable and all of these things, right? You're not a victim of anything. And yes, some people have been through stuff that is really fucked up, especially in their childhood. But you also have to realize that we don't live there anymore. You got to stop blaming your past for your future. Own it, re-own it, and shift into the reality that you want to create. And I do believe, like I said, we're made in God's image. Do you think that God really wants us to think low of ourselves? No. We're a piece of God. God wants us to live our best lives. He wants us to live the life that we want. And anytime we give in to fear, doubts, worries, we're choosing that. We're choosing it. Our life and the people in it are just reflections of how we feel about ourselves.
Collectively, God. You feel me? And I feel like we're not supposed to worship anything outside from ourselves. I feel like we're not.
I agree with that. We worship everything outside of ourselves. We worship other people's opinion for validation. We worship women and men, put them on pedestals, right? We worship, what else we worship? Beyonce, the Beehive, right? We worship money, cars, clothes, jewelry. We worship everything, and society is built off of us worshiping everything, right, outside of us. When God is within us. So how could you say that you're not a little mini version of God? How could you say that you're not? When you're made in God's image and God is within. They want to make you believe that God is outside of yourself. But he's here. God is in your heart. God is love. Love. The most important organ that we have is our heart. That's not for no reason. It's the reason why we are breathing right now. If we didn't have a heart, we'd be a vegetable or dead. Dead. These are just my beliefs, y'all. That's all.
Not literally supposed to worship anything, especially something you can't see. I feel as if though we supposed to worship our...
And that's another thing. You can't see, but you can feel God, right? That's how you know that God is not outside of you. Hello? That's how you know the devil is not outside of you. He's in your thoughts. He's telling you that you're not good enough. He's telling you that you're unworthy. You're undesirable. To treat yourself like shit. You deserve that fucked up nigga who puts hands on you. It's here. It's here. When you're in a high vibration, you're experiencing heaven. You're tapping into the God within. Because God has never been outside of you. God has always been within. You just didn't know how to tap in. And that's okay. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, that's fine. Like I said, man, my job is not to force my beliefs on you, right? All I ever wanted to do was open up conversations like this and open up your mind to possibilities. That's all, right? I don't want to be the reason why somebody say they're going to go to hell because they didn't listen to, Diamond say this and that. No, everybody has free will and choice. Like I said, I disagree with Chris on that. We do have free will and choice. We have free will to believe what we want to believe, whether you want to believe in God or not, whether you want to believe in religion or not, whether you want to believe whatever. We have free will. We also have free will to reject what society tries to implant into us, reject the programming. We have free will. We do. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's the power that we all need to realize. Because if we do believe that we don't have any free will and we're just a victim of our circumstances, then the government would love for us to think that we have no power over ourselves and our minds. That's what they want us to believe. But we do have free will. We do have our own minds. So think for yourself before we're not allowed to anymore. Before they make a rule that now we must be AI robots or whatever the fuck. Now we don't have control over our own thinking, or it's going to be against the law to think for ourselves. It damn near is going down that road. Censorship is crazy. You see censorship across every major platform. You can't say what you want to say no more. Right? I can't make certain videos that I used to make no more without my channel getting taken down. Right? So I say them conversations for people in my immediate life. I would love to share, but not at the expense of shutting down my channel. And then now I can't be a positive influence, or I got to build it back up from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? And I can't impact more people. So that would be dumb on my behalf. So, you know,
ourselves and give praise to our brothers and sisters. I don't think we supposed to be worshiping them or worship anybody. I think you give them praise, like, hey, you look good. Those are praises. Like, oh, you know, you have a glow about you. You this, or you know.
It's basically appreciation, not pedestalization.
You vibrating high. You this, you that. That is.
All right, Chris.
For, you know.
I already know this is an hour-long video as it is.
For certain things, but like, it goes beyond what we can even think of. Like the stuff that's so quick to believe what other people just tell me. Like, yeah, you know God really.
That's a fact.
Information was,
and people's only lean back is look at the Bible, look what the Bible says, but not understanding that the Bible has been tainted. And not only has the Bible been tainted, the Bible has been written not by God. Not by God. That in itself should tell you a lot. What did I tell you about the circumstance, the example that I gave with the telephone? I tell this person one thing, the next person tell the other thing. By the time we get here, it's a whole different fucking story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
being told to them that they passed it on, and then
all right, I already know this is a long enough video.
You feel me? But like, I don't know. I think God was something that was feared into us, or that was forced onto us. I'm not, just being honest. Just being honest. Some probably may not come back, but I'm gonna punish him for eternal. I'm gonna punish him for eternal. Like after he died, it's over with. It don't make sense, do it. Like it don't.
My boy over here, he over here waking up and shit. Shout out to Chris, man. It's a bold thing for you to come on your channel and talk about something like this. And of course, people hate Chris, so they gonna hate him regardless. And this is another reason why they're gonna hate him. You know, and that's one thing that I learned on my awakening and my journey too, is just people are gonna hate you because you think for yourself. People are gonna try to beat you back into submission, beat you back into being a part of the herd. And I just never had a herd mentality. I wasn't raised with a herd mentality. I was never made to be a sheep. I was always made to be a shepherd. And that's not shitting on anybody, right? I'm not shitting on anybody when I say that. Respectfully, I was never meant to be a sheep. I was always meant to be a shepherd. No matter what, against all adversity, against anybody who says anything about me. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care about you, right? If you don't care about me and you want to judge me because of what I believe in, fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit, to be honest, right? So, with that being said, you know, the people who do have open minds, shout out to y'all. Like I said, I would never force my beliefs on anybody. This is just what I believe. Just like I have friends that are Christian, Muslim, all types of shit, right? No problems at all. No problems at all, right? Because if you're a good person, it doesn't matter what religion you believe in. If you're a good person, you're a good person. And you don't need a biblical text to define what a good person is to you. Point blank, period. Right? So, I already know this is an emotionally charged conversation. Alright? I'm pretty sure some feelings got rattled up. And it's another thing that my pops always taught me too. Like, some people are going to hate you because they don't understand you. And they fear what you're saying because something in their spirit is like, fuck, that kind of makes sense. Then they start questioning their own beliefs. And that's a scary thing. Because, like Chris said, we were programmed to believe certain things, right? And if we don't believe them certain things and we go against the herd, we're chastised for it, right? They want to nail us to the cross because we're free thinkers. They don't want free thinkers out here. If there was free thinkers out here, nobody would be working at McDonald's. Nobody would be working at Smoothie King. Nobody would be picking up your phone calls at T-Mobile. So in a way, they feel like we can't have too many free thinkers out here because how the fuck are we gonna, what's gonna happen to the economy? You have to know that the economy has to run, right? too many free thinkers, the economy is not going to be running the way the government wants it to run. We're not going to be spending money in the ways the government needs us to spend money, right? So it's a whole bunch of shit that goes like into this topic. I can go a million different ways and on a million different rants about it, but I'm gonna stop the video here. This might be a two hour long video, I don't know, but I'm gonna upload this shit. Other than that, man, like I said, shout out to Chris. I know a whole bunch of people were hating on you, bro. At the end of the day, you are speaking about things that make people uncomfortable, right? And it's the perfect way to nail Chris to the cross again, right? For him waking up and him no longer wanting to be a sheep. He wants to be a shepherd, and he wants to find his own way. And shout out to him for that, you know? Shout out to him for that. If we stop focusing on what the right way is, and the right God is, and the right religion is, maybe we could get right to love, which is what I think God wanted us to do here anyway. But anyway, man, I love y'all. Make sure you tell a friend to tell they ain't your mama, tell they Uncle Joey still a hoe. I will see you guys in the next motherfucking video. I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.